Ladies and gentlemen, young and old, everyone in between, and everyone beyond, welcome back to LTC3. I know we saw each other 15 minutes ago, but anyways, we bring you the match between Carlos and Matematica. Carlos consists of three Chilean players, TFGE, Alfio, and Gonza. And Matematica is a Portuguese team consisting of UATZAP, 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 I don't know, Rafamat, and Kuronora. This is somewhat a match in the favor of Carlos as seed 28, as opposed to Matematica, who are seed 25. And soon as the players come in, we should see the rolls. Yes, we are seeing the rolls come in. With Matematica rolling a 19. They think it's over, but who knows? The RNG gods may favor anyone. The most important job of a captain, to roll a high roll. It seems. And TFG rolls 44 points. Meaning they decide the pick order. Or ban order. BFGE is going down the dialogue tree. They are choosing the second ban. While Matematica will get second pick. And Matematica bans DT2, the speed mechanics map. And Carlos will come out with the ban of I do wonder what ban they'll pick. A choice would be no mod 2, considering that UATZAP has, in fact, a very good score on no mod 2, but they choose Hard Rock 1. Kokorone. Interesting. First pick will now come to Carlos. not particularly sure what they would pick. I'm gonna be honest. I will pick. Okay, they're stalling. They're trying their best to stall. There's not much information on both of these teams so far. Mainly just their previous tournament performances. But let's see how knowledgeable these players are with each other. The first pick that will come out will be Nomod 3, our custom map by Ethan Osu. It's the first time this map has been picked this weekend. It's the longest non-tiebreaker map, the longest non-tiebreaker map in the pool at nearly 4 minutes. And it's mainly built around this end-to-end slider gimmick where the head of one slider is stacked on the tail of the previous slider. It's the backing song of the Geometry Dash level Accu, which plenty of people seem to be very, very excited about. Ethan maps have a very unique playstyle. Very fun. Let's see how our players do on it. As we get them seated into the correct slots. And the good luck have funs come out and the match is about to start. Very, very early misaim from Zap. I mean, it is a long map though, so it shouldn't matter too much in the long run, but that is very unfortunate. The early lead seems to still go to Matematica though. I mean, before the combo lead kicks in. Due to some accuracy drops from TFG. And in the meat of the map, Alfeu is the first one to break. This map has plenty of long sliders for slider break potential. So far, TFG breaks. Both Zap and Rafamap have basically FCs. So we get into the difficult back-to-back slider section. Rafamap breaks on one of them. And we end at the long slider art, with the lead slightly in favor of Matematica. And they can both see their scores and the nerves kick in. Zap with a somewhat low accuracy in exchange for his FC. but still enough to maintain the lead. We enter the second half of the map. And as the song builds up into the next chorus, everyone seems to be holding comfortably. The lead is slightly building towards Matematica based off the FC of UATSAP, and TFG misses. TFG is not having a particularly good time in these choruses. And Rafamat misses again in the back-to-back slider section, but UATSAP with the insane 1200 combo is enough to carry their team score. Alphew is now missing a couple times. It is a very tricky to read section, back-to-back sliders in general. In the map pool showcase, Ethan was talking about how he put his heart and soul into the color hacks, which you unfortunately will not be able to see because the beatmap skin is not turned on right now, but this is incentive for you to go play the map for yourself. It's very fun, give it a try. As the first point goes to Matematica. It is also an opening break point. We've been seeing a lot of these today. See if Matematica, as the underdog, can consolidate this breakpoint. Oat Milk says 2 for 2 Wellermelon maps? Not yet. Still waiting on the HD2 to come in this match, but nope, it's the Hard Rock 2. The next map is going to be Bug Thief. Bug Thief is a very popular map so far. Pretty much every single match has picked this. It is a banger of a song. Go listen to Igloo Ghost. And the Good Luck Have Fun's coming out. The match is about to start. with the beautiful slow slider intro. Very quickly ramping up into a denser slider section. The map officially starts. Nora with the SS right now as Gonza misses. Unfortunately, Uatzap is struggling just a little bit with the accuracy, but not too bad. But both the SS and the miss from Gonza is going to bring the early lead to Matematica. Oh, and both players of Matematica miss at the same time, instantly shifting the lead over to Carlos. The lead is growing very quickly. Halfway through the map. Gonza misses again. So this is going to slow down the point differential, but it is traded by Kuronora as they enter the more difficult part of the map, the more tapping heavy, stream heavy section, and Uatsat misses Alfiu with the 900 combo now with 99% accuracy is going to start pulling the score differential further and further. So we enter the last quarter of the map. It seems that the opening breakpoint is going to be traded back. Unless a miracle happens, which it might, as always. Kuronora misses again, and I think that secures it. Alfiu with the 99%, I think, FC. And to claw back the bait breakpoint, and we end with the 2024 OWC pattern. Very nice FC from Alfiu. The next pick coming from the side of Carlos is going to be EX2. EX2, the oat milk map, I'd say the rhythm map, is also going to be one with the special win condition. This one will be highest accuracy wins, which is especially fun on Escape. It is a collaboration between Oatmilk and Devious Panda, originally the OWC 2024 round of 16 Hidden 1. It's filled with all the classic Devious Panda / Oatmilk polyrhythms. It was not a custom, it just got pulled. Oh, whoops, gotta update my notes. But yeah, if you know Devious Panda maps, you know Oatmilk maps, you know exactly what this map is going to be like. Also, a fun fact, this is a color hacked map, meaning as combo colors that aren't just default cycling combo colors, and is color hacked according to the rhythms. So I believe the green and blue ones are for mainly 1/4 rhythms. 1/4, 1/8, and 1/16, while the red-ish combo colors are the 1/3, 1/6, and 1/12. So that is somewhat of a reading aid if you know how to use it. Team Carlos deciding on their second player. On the side of Matematica, it's going to be Uatzap and Rafamat. And on the side of Carlos, it is going to be Alfio and Gonza. And the map starts, and we need to panic button. Thank you, OSU client. Currently, as we get out of the intro, we have a slight accuracy lead on the side of Carlos, although it is basically dead even, less than about 0.5%. But now the intro is mainly 1/4 rhythms. Soon we will start mixing in the 1/3 and 1/6, and we will see the accuracies drop significantly. But Gonza's holding a clean 99, while everyone is around the mid 98s. And as we can, Gonza is still holding on very strong to that 99, even through a miss. Followed up by Rafamat with a 97, and the two other players are struggling a little bit, but not too bad. Those are still very good accuracies for a very complicated rhythm map. But the accuracy lead is going to go to Carlos for now, as we head into the second half of the map. And right before the second chorus. And as we approach the end of the map, the accuracy difference has grown to about 1.5%, almost 2% on the side of Carlos. And I believe they will be closing this EX2 slot out. And Alfeu misses. That was almost an FC, I believe. Might even be an FC from Rafa Matt. Beautiful scores. And that is a point for Carlos. The next pick goes to Matematica. Right now the match is going about as expected, except for the first two traded breakpoints. And they choose Nomad 2. Cutting edge insane artifact. A banger by Marmalade Butcher. Originally a custom song for the Osumania 7 Key World Cup. And ported into Osu through the efforts of Arangira and a bunch of other mappers. This diff is specifically by Fiten02. Cool and awesome mapper from Japan. Somewhat came into the spotlight around, I believe, 2024 with a very chaotic style that plays very, very cool. But this is somewhat our flow aim map. Flow aim stream map, if you could call it that. And of course, Yuatzap joins the fray for this one, considering he is in fact globally number 2 on the leaderboard right now. It is very fun to, right before matches, to go to the map leaderboards and then see who has practiced and who is sight rating. Except that Yuatzap. With an intro miss. It's okay, very early miss. This map has a lot of places to break. But it will hand the early lead to Carlos. Very barely. Oh, Rafamat misses off the SS. While Carlos, both players on Carlos still holding strong to their FCs. And Alfeu misses, closing the score bleed. Everyone looking very comfortable on this map, except Yuatzap misses on one of the more difficult to read streams shortly after traded by Gonza. Oh, and Alfeu and Rafamat both miss on the same pattern. Alfeu, though, missing quite a few more times. The score lead is very, very slowly, but perhaps surely shifting back to the side of Matematica. It's dead even, 1,000-point difference. They can both see each other's score as we get to the second half of the map. So you enter this tiny bit of free combo. Right before we enter the... Oh, and Yuatzap misses off the break. As we enter the second chorus, Rafamat is missing quite a few times. That time it is traded off by Gonza, but the score lead has already shifted back to the side of Carlos. We get to the iconic slider stream. Both Gonza and Rafamat miss, but that's not who Matematica wants to miss. Matematica needs Alfeu to miss. But Alfeu holds, holding the score lead on the side of Carlos as we enter the ending patterns of the map. And Alfeu misses. Is there enough time for Matematica to pull this back? UATSAP with a 500 combo. Pulling the score back, and it shifts back. Matematica taking the point at the last second. Evening up the score at 2-2. With a difference of 20,000 points. Next pick goes to Carlos. And they pick the EX1. EX1, we're seeing both EX maps this round. EX1 also has a special win condition, and it is lowest miscount. It is Lucy Bedrock's How to Pretend for all of our performative listening needs. Specifically the Insane Diff by Apollo with DT. It's pretty much a standard precision map, but there are a couple of patterns that will bait you into misreading for the miss. If you haven't practiced enough. It will be the same lineup as the last map. Good luck, have fun's come up in the chat, and we are off to the races. And in the opening intro pattern of the map, no one misses at all. Shout out to the SS's by Gonza and Rafamat, even though it doesn't matter for this match. And the first miss comes out on the side of Matematica for UATSAP. I believe slider breaks also don't count in the miss count, so you can slider break as many times as you want and still be fine. We enter the first chorus. Both Rafmet and Gonza still holding on to their SS's, by the way. And Alfeu misses twice, right? No, that was a slider break, which doesn't count, as we can see in the overlay. It is still one miss on the side of Matematica. These tricky circle patterns, not catching anyone off guard. As well as that one. Slider breaks coming out. It's fine. It's just this one miss from Yuatsap from so early on the map. Oh, and a second one from Rafamat this time. Except Alfeu misses 4 times. I think giving, at the very last second, giving the point to Matematica. This is the fun of the EX slots. The win condition are very, very volatile. Scores can flip in a moment's notice, and that's a second, I believe a second breakpoint, this time in favor of Matematica. Let's see if they can consolidate. Let's see if we can consolidate this point. And the next pick coming out is HD2. We finally have both Wellermelon maps in the pool. This is our other custom in the pool by Scylla. Perfect Star. It is one of our 2 reading maps. It's a very difficult map. Even at only 6.08 stars, this might be the most deceptive map of the pool. I'm gonna be honest, we have Alfeu and TFG versus Yuatsap and Rafamat. It seems all the players opting to sit through the intro for the song. And we are greeted with the titular Perfect Stars. The first miss is coming out from Alfeu, but it is soon traded by Yuatsap and Rafamat. The score immediately shifts to the side of Carlos, with TFG holding the full combo. This is a very, very short map. It is, in fact, the shortest map of the pool at 1 minute and 34 seconds, so any miss matters. We are already halfway through. Very, very strong combo lead on the side of Carlos. As the BPM changes from around 130 to 140. A very tiny speed up. but it seems to catch Alfeu, Uatsap, and Rafamat off guard. TFG not caring. And finally the miss, but it's enough. It's basically the end of the map. And you close it out with an 830k. Very securely getting this point. And the match is now 3-3. With the next pick for Carlos. If both these picks go well, we might get another tiebreaker. Let us hope. Oh my. And the next pick is Hidden One. Halgo's Night Ride. It is the aim map of the pool. Personal bias. No, it's the classic Halgo slider tech, this time on Hidden. Originally the OWC 2021 semifinals, no mod 4. Good luck, have funs are in the player chat, and here we go. The players really like waiting for these intros. No one wants to skip. Honestly, respect. It's rare to see players do that now. Crickets. They just really like the song. They're song appreciators. We have Alfeu drawing in Among Us on the top left. When was the last time you ever heard the intro to your favorite Osu map? TFG FC 1x100. Alfie is putting a lot of faith into his teammate. As we finally get into the map. The first half of the map consists of some fairly standard, at this point, slider aim patterns. But first, we have this 1/3 section. It catches no one off guard. The difficulty spikes come with the slight aim control streams, but the first is to miss is Uatsap on one of the sliders. An early slider break, giving the lead to Carlos. Uatsap misses again. These sliders do not seem to be able to practice, and then another miss from Rafamat. Now the score is very solidly in the lead for Carlos as we get into the first break. Alfeu with the 99%. He doesn't need to rely on his teammate. as we head into these sliders, and TFG gets slow slidered by the initial slow slider of the section. That heartbreaking. But Alfie's still on the FC, and they have built up a solid buffer of a score lead going into the second half. Hoggle maps are always very, very strangely intuitive, even with all their slider tech. The main difficulty in this second half of the map are those, as you saw, slider bursts. Catches no one off guard, but Zap and Rafamat both miss on some sliders, and so does Alfiu. We have no FCs on the board, but we are already 260k in lead in the favor of Carlos, and TFG, after the slider break, has built up a very good recovering combo and should be able to carry the rest of the match for their team. Rafamat misses again. It'd take nothing short of a miracle, I think. But it's fine. The last pick, I believe, goes to Matematica anyways. And then after that, it would come down to tiebreaker. But we have come to match point for Team Carlos. Very interesting score from Alfiu. And it's the final pick of the match. This one will decide whether or not we get to see tiebreaker. 2 times in one day, that would be awesome. Already a much closer match than the seeding would entail. As a reminder, Carlos is seed 8 and Matematica is seed 25. And the last pick is No Mod 4, our other reading map, by Mir. This has more to do with flow aim and streams. We'll see how this one shakes out. Mir has a pretty rhythm maximalist style, so on this song it fits perfectly to provide a very interesting tapping experience. It is the lowest SR map of the pool at 5.7 stars, but I mean, it is a tech tournament after all, and what are tech maps known for more than being way lower SR than they play? Teams are decided. We have Gonza and TFGE versus Zap and Rafamat. And they're discussing how to play the map in chat. And here we go. The last pick of the match. Starting out immediately with some reading patterns, catches no one off guard. Everyone seems to be doing very well. Although it is a accuracy lead on the side of Carlos. Zap missing quite a lot of accuracy, and the first to miss is Rafamat. On these half overlapped streams, it is catching also Gonza off guard. But Carlos still maintains the score lead at 100k points. The map becomes a little bit more standard in the middle section, but TFG and Zap missing. Trading misses. And Rafamat and Gonza's combo matching each other. Oh, and Rafamat misses! Carlos has very solidly secured this lead and growing. So we enter this long stream, and the final couple notes catch Zap and TFG off guard. But that's not enough. Gonza is still holding very strong. As we enter the final chorus, Gonza is very comfortable at 96% accuracy compared to the rest of the lobby. And we enter the very iconic pattern of the map, the double into circular stream. And that's it. Carlos manages to take the final breakpoint away from Matematica. Very close match. And that is a win for Carlos as they advance to the winner's bracket round of 16. However, it is not over for Matematica. They did very well this match, and you will be seeing more of them in the loser's bracket. Congratulations to the players, TFG, Alfio, and Gonza. And good work for Zap, Rafamat, and Kuronora. More thanks to our ref, Blipblow, and our streamer, Anyo. And stay tuned for our next match in 7 minutes between True Love and Lela in jail. Lela is in jail. This is not breaking news. That is their team name. See you in a bit.